Greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars dad, Nooch Too Good, and here in 2025, we are seeing, you guys know that I'm looking at tons of accounts right now, and I'm over and over again seeing people that have purchased one or really a lot of Lightspeed bundles. I would say the majority of you guys have purchased 3 or more Lightspeed bundles, and it starts to bring into question how you're managing your resources while farming Lightspeed bundles, and I've been saying a lot. I've been saying a lot on my streams lately, on my roster review streams. If you're going to be buying the old stuff, you should be farming the new stuff. But I thought it'd be really good to kind of dig into that and see what that means and what that really exemplifies for us here in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Let's give a little bit of shout out today to the roster I'm looking at right now. Carnage07, this is your roster. So let's just start over here with ships. So Carnage07 has farmed the Executor. Now part of that is going to be, so they bought the first order bundle, or the finalizer bundle, and as everybody should do, farmed the Executor from there and got the Executor activated. So there are still some fleets to be activated, but there haven't been a lot of releases for, like, say, Profundity or Leviathan yet as far as Lightspeed bundles go. Although I guess you can kind of look at Shadows of the Empire as a partial Profundity bundle, kind of. Not really. But yeah, so from the bundles purchased, like the finalizer bundle, our player Carnage here has capitalized and farmed the Executor, so good job there. When you look at the other side of the roster, the characters, we do have Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, but I want to point out on this roster that I believe every single Lightspeed bundle has been purchased. I believe that. We'll look through it here real quickly. We've got the first order bundle was purchased. If we look at the Ewoks, I haven't actually looked at the Ewoks yet. The Ewok bundle was purchased. Oh, hey, look, the Princess bundle was purchased. If I look at, let's see here. The Princess bundle was purchased. Let's look at the Han Solo bundle. The Hans were purchased. Every bundle. If I'm going to keep going through this, you're going to see that. Let's see. We do have we do have the Rey bundles purchased. And over in ships, we got the Radis, so we bought the Radis bundle. We have, and by the way, we're doing this for a reason, so just hang in there with me. We have Sith Eternal bundles purchased. I always look for Director Krennic in that. We have Imperial Trooper bundles purchased. I'm looking at the Death Trooper there. You don't get a lot of Relic 5 Director Krennics in the game for people that farm Sith Eternal. You're going to have Relic 4 Director Krennic because he's required. When you see a Relic 5 Director Krennic, they purchased a bundle. When you see a Relic 5 Death Trooper on an account like this, they purchased the Imperial Trooper bundle or the R2D2 bundle, which was Moff Gideon, Dark Trooper, I don't remember, Range Trooper, Death Trooper, and Shore Trooper, something like that, I think. They bought the Hoth bundle. You're not going to see an R5 Imperial Probe droid here. So they're just buying all the bundles. And this is, I'm not here to say that's wrong. I'm not here to say it's right. I'm just here to say this person did this. They bought the Jabba the Hutt bundle. They bought the Tusken bundle. And they bought the Jawa bundle. Okay, so this brings to immediately, and the Shadows of the Empire, of course, is going to be in there. Oh, and also the Revan bundle, sorry, Old Republic bundle, so the Jedi Knight Revan bundle and the Darth Revan bundle. So the immediate thought / concern / what's going to happen with resource management on this roster is you got to start capitalizing on all these bundles, right? So we got a Padme bundle. We've activated Padme. We got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. We got Starkiller. Probably bought it. I assume bought a Starkiller bundle. Didn't farm Starkiller on this roster. So bought a Starkiller bundle. Intelligently got Starkiller up and running. They did the CLS journey. Whenever you see a journey character, it means that somebody has done that on the roster. They have done that themselves. We've got gas activated here. So it brings up, we don't have Darth Malak yet because the characters aren't there for that. So it brings up just automatic. This is where resource farming gets challenging in the game for people that are buying Lightspeed bundles. Your mods are going to be lacking. There's no way you have enough mods to cover this many characters, and it's going to make your mod score look bad, and you're just not going to be able to mod them all. You're not going to be able to mod all the characters the way they need to be modded. You're not going to have enough Zetas to compete. And unfortunately, like, this is why when we talk about Zetas that you can skip in the game, right? This is why we talk about it. The Icebreaker Zeta is a Zeta you can skip, and people get upset. Like, endgame players will tell me, you can't skip that Zeta, it's really important. And I think they're missing the purpose here, is that there are Zetas that really need to be skipped in the early game when you're buying bundles or you're farming early. If you're out there buying all the bundles, you cannot afford to spend a Zeta here to add, which one is, oh no, is it the Furious Flow? One of these applies, I don't remember. It's one of these days, and I can't find it. Inflict healing immunity. That's what it is. It's the Furious Flow. Inflict healing immunity on all enemies for 2 turns. You don't need this Zeta. That's the Zeta. Inflict healing immunity. If they have tenacity up, that's not going to land anyway. So you can't afford to waste Zetas. Like CLS should have probably only have 2 Zetas. You should probably skip. I think it's the learn control Zeta on him. You know, so that's one thing to think about. I know I'm not talking about if you buy it or farm it, but I just got to get that out there. I'll probably make a whole video on that here soon. Now, since you've bought all of the old stuff that's available to you in the game on this account, and you may be a little bit different, maybe you're spacing out your Lightspeed bundles, maybe you're pushing, you're gonna get Kylo now, you'll get Rey next time, maybe you're thinking about that and spacing it out. That's actually not a bad way to do it. But since this account has purchased all the Lightspeed bundles, what are they farming right now? Well, they're farming gear for their Galactic Legends, like Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and CLS. I don't think any of their Galactic Legends are farmed here. Nope, not activated. Because there's still work to be done. When you buy all these bundles, you still got to work to get Kylo. You got to work to get CLS. You got to work. Well, you probably have to work to get CLS. Just go get them. You got to work to get Padme. So you still have to go farm these characters and gear up those characters when you get them. This account still needs to go get Jedi Knight Luke. It needs. I think so. Let's see here. Yep, they got to go get Jedi Knight Luke. They've got to go get Jabba the Hutt. They've got to go get Sith Eternal Emperor. They got to go get Galactic Legend Rey. They got to finish up their Revan teams. There's a lot of stuff to finish and work on here. And while it is a lot of stuff, it's not a lot of stuff. Okay? While there's a lot of stuff to work on, it's not a lot. Like, I don't know, what is this? 200 characters purchased from Lightspeed bundles? There's 8 per row. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 rows times 8, that's a little 200. Give or take. A little under 200, I think. So this person has purchased somewhere in the range of 180 characters with Lightspeed bundles, and that is all of the gear, all of these relic levels, and a whole bunch of the ability mats have been upgraded on all of these characters, and that stuff, all the Kyrotechs. I could go through and count the Kyrotechs. All the Kyrotechs grabbed here. So it just leaves you with stuff to farm to fit. Thrawn, because you got to get Thrawn to get Sith Eternal. Jedi Training Rey, because you do her journey to get Luke and to get Rey. Grandmaster Yoda. So all these journey characters you can see are being worked on right now. Now, while that's happening, I always on this channel, I have always said you've got to have your primary farms, and you've also got to have your backup farms that you're working on. And this is where farming the new comes into play. While you're working on these characters, if you bought all the Lightspeed bundles or a bunch of Lightspeed bundles or a specific set of Lightspeed bundles, you're working on the characters to finish out those. Gas, Darth Revan, Jedi Knight Revan. You've got to be farming for the future. You still need to be grabbing characters out there. And I'm going to use the perfect example that I see on this roster. We have a Relic 7 Padawan Obi-Wan finished. Congratulations to you. An account like this probably doesn't need that Omicron, but they got it. I get it for Conquest. Okay. That's more of like an early game. If you're free to play and this is one of the first teams you farm, you probably want to grab that Omicron so you can get through Conquest. And just, anyway, side note. But Master Qui-Gon is still sitting here at 6 stars. So, you will be able to use Qui-Gon Jinn for probably the first couple levels, maybe even the first 3. I don't know if you can use Qui-Gon Jinn in tier 3 of the Duel of the Fates assault battle, but Master Qui-Gon needs to be geared up and reliced up to go along with Padawan Obi-Wan to get you farther and deep into the Duel of the Fates assault battles. And that's what I mean by, if you're buying the old stuff, you need to farm the new stuff. You got to have this stuff ready, because they're not going to stop releasing characters because you bought Lightspeed bundles, and they're only going to release old characters in Lightspeed. I'm not sure what Lightspeed bundles they've got left to release this year, like a Malevolence with Grievous, like I don't know if I can see like a Jedi Knight Cal, but Inquisitors this year, stuff. But you know, the more recent stuff's not gonna be released for a while, so you got to be farming that stuff to get your roster fully ready. And I know Zetas are a challenge. We had Zetas applied to Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon, which again, the Zeta assignment on this roster is a Mace Windu Zeta. I'm just not down for the Zeta. That'd be a separate conversation. So when you're buying the old stuff, farm the new stuff. Here's an assault battle sitting there that can't really be done. That, you know, you're not really getting this assault battle done with Night Trooper, Death Trooper, and Captain Enoch. Here is a journey, Gungans, that aren't really being farmed on this roster. There is a journey here, Mercenaries, Shin Hati Merrick, that's not really being farmed on the roster. We can even look at like Saw Gerrera. I didn't look at this. We can look at the Jedi Knight Cal journey that's not being farmed on this roster with Saw Gerrera. We look at the Wookiees. I don't see. Yeah, we haven't even activated our Tarful yet for the Jedi Knight Cal journey. We can look at Mandalorians and IG-12 right there, 5 stars. Yeah, we don't have Paz Vizsla 4. So what I'm saying here, guys, if you are buying all the old stuff, that's tremendous. It really is. It's great that it's available in game right now. It gives a great catch-up mechanic for a lot of you guys out there. Good stuff. But if you're buying all the old stuff, it's time to start thinking about what's going to be in the future for your account. And as you do that, you should be farming the new stuff. You should be farming Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon for that assault battle, the dual fates. You should be farming the Night Trooper, Death Trooper, Captain Enoch here for the Peridia Pals assault battle. You should be farming stuff for Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. And I realize that Seer Jund, I know Cal Kestis, just Cal Kestis is a what do we call it? A Cantina farm. But you know, you just got to think about this stuff. Maybe one of these farms at a time that you're working on in the background. You've got to be thinking about farming for some of the newer stuff while getting all the older stuff brought up to bear. And that's really what I'm trying to say here. This account's a little bit of overkill, and there's so much to work on that it's hard to really focus on the new stuff when you've got 5 Galactic Legends left to unlock, and there is a lot to work on this account. But I still think that you got to focus. I would, like on this account, I would really focus on my Master Qui-Gon and getting him up to snuff so I can get that assault battle done. That assault battle is going to be too valuable for you to miss out for future stuff. Unless you just want to buy these characters 2 or 3 years from now when they're in a Lightspeed bundle. So that's all I'm really trying to say. I think on accounts where they're buying maybe only 1 or 2 bundles at a time, it's going to apply even more, where if you just bought the Sith Eternal bundle recently and you're unlocking Sith Eternal and that's the only bundle you purchased recently and all of your other Lightspeed bundles are completely farmed, you need to be getting after the newer stuff, like we talked about, the Gungans, the Poncho Bros, the Peridia Pals, the Mercenaries for Balin, Ahsoka, or maybe just think about other farms. This is a resource management game still today. It's less of a resource management game if you're buying all the bundles, but there are still farms that you could be working on in the game. There are still newer farms that are available to you to work on. So buy the old stuff, farm the new stuff. I know I didn't come out with like a black and white answer here, because there's no black and white answer, because every roster is a little bit different. I hope this gives you guys a little bit of insight, a little bit of rambling today. So certainly someone will complain in the comments about the rambling, because I look forward to that every day. Have a great day. I will definitely talk to everyone soon. And of course, always remember, Nooch too good.